Target locked.
Today's target is Uredin, the Noble Reaper. He's a magic damage dealing fighter for the Cultist and Chaos faction. A hero embodying both fear and justice, this enigmatic figure, cloaked in an ominous shadow, executes their enemies without a hint of mercy. Here's a stat breakdown for Uredin and how he compares to other fighters in the game. He has a sizable attack power, the highest for the magic damage dealing fighters, and has very considerable defenses and magic resists. Uredin's talent, after the ultimate is cast, basic attack will turn into Phantom Strike for 15 seconds. If the ultimate is cast when Potent Surge maxes out, basic attack will turn into Soul Harvest for 15 seconds. Phantom Strike deals 150% AoE damage to at most 10 enemies in the range of ultimate. Potent Surge, Rage can continue to recover after reaching its cap, accumulating to up to 2 times the cap. All Rage will be consumed when casting the ultimate. And Soul Harvest deals 120% AoE damage 2 times to at most 10 enemies in the range of the ultimate. Uredin's basic attack deals 100% AoE damage to up to 5 enemies. With max skill-ups, you can increase this damage by an additional 20%. Uredin's ultimate, Obliterating Blast, is a manually activated ultimate with a rage cost of 1000, and upon deployment he starts with 600 and lasts for 15 seconds. He attacks up to 10 enemies in a large range ahead, dealing 300% AoE damage and inflicting stun for 1 second. When Potent Surge maxes out, attacks up to 10 enemies in a large range ahead, dealing 800% AoE damage and inflicting stun for 3 seconds instead. With max skill ups, you can increase the normal damage plus 200%, the damage at max Potent Surge by an additional 400%, and reduce the skill cost by 200%. Uredin's first passive, Phantom Rage, a lower HP grants a higher rage regen automatic with a maximum range increase of 9 when HP reaches 30%. With max skill ups, you can increase the rage regen automatic increase by an additional 4. Uredin's second passive, Arbiter of Death. When dealing damage using Soul Harvest, there's a 20% chance to execute enemies, excluding elites and bosses, whose HP is below 25%. When receiving fatal damage during the effect of Phantom Strike and Soul Harvest, the hero enters Unyielding, which can be triggered up to 1 time per deployment. Unyielding, he will not die from taking damage for 5 seconds. With max skill ups, you can increase the execution threshold by 10%, increase the execution chance by 10%, and increase the unyielding effect duration by an additional 2 seconds. Uredin's third passive, an arena cost reduced. It reduces the hero's cost in the arena by 5. Uredin's first awakening, during the effect of Unyielding granted by Arbiter of Death, increases attack speed by 200. When the effect ends, restores 50% HP. His second awakening increases his crit damage by 15%. His third awakening, when Potent Surge maxes out, damage of Obliterating Blast ignores 40% of the target's magic resist. His fourth awakening increases penetration by 8%, and his fifth awakening, for each enemy taking damage from Obliterating Blast, increases attack by 5% for 15 seconds, stacking up to 55 attacks. Uredin is an AoE powerhouse fighter that wants to be in the heat of battle to both utilize either of his cultist or chaotic factions. A tanky bruiser with attack percentage, crit rate percentage, crit damage percentage, with as much extra HP you can give him will allow him to utilize his bulky base defense as well. Early gear sets, upon meeting his stat requirements, can look to Fatality to bypass enemy defenses. Night Terror mid-game will increase his overall damage with critical hits, and in-game he can scale up Aegis Wrath quickly with his AoE damage. Early artifacts can look to Keen Wisdom as it is best in slot for any attack scaling hero. Mid-game Watchguard's Ambition can give him a chance to multiple powerful basic attacks, and in-game IFSN will augment all of his abilities nicely. Uredin is a welcome addition to either faction, being able to perform well for any lord he should side with. His massive AoE and ability to execute waves of enemies leaves some room for chance, but his overall performance should be welcome to any Gear Raid 1, AoE Arena, Void Rift, or Conqueror Immortal Codex. Thank you for watching this Watcher Realms Hero Spotlight. If you like what you see, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I am Lieutenant Sheik, and this target has been destroyed.